Hey guys, you're watching B-Tech. I'm Basil and this is the Huawei P10 Plus. This video is all about how this Huawei stacks up against the two new Samsungs, the Samsung Galaxy S8 and the S8 Plus. The P10 Plus is the bigger of the two P10s, has a 5.5-inch display, but the S8 and the S8 Plus are both bigger than the P10 Plus. With its 5.8-inch display, the regular S8 comes in with Quad HD resolution, just like the P10 Plus, slightly different resolution, but same overall effect, but you've got a different screen tech on here, whereas the S8 Plus comes in at 6.2 inches, so significantly bigger. As far as the designs go, you've got a lot more going on the front of the P10 Plus. As you can see, you've got a fingerprint scanner below the display. Both have front cameras that are 8 megapixels in resolution. Around the back is a fingerprint scanner on the S8 and S8 Plus, though you have a dual lens on the back of the P10 Plus. The P10 Plus feels and looks a lot more like an iPhone. It's more traditional in its styling. The S8 and S8 Plus push the boundaries and just generally look a little bit more unique and special. What they don't have though is stereo speakers. You can see USB-Cs at the bottom of both devices. You've also got 3.5mm jack and a loudspeaker, but the loudspeaker is also accompanied by a front loudspeaker on the P10 Plus. Now the IP68 rating on the two Samsungs doesn't extend to the P10 Plus, so it is splash resistant, though Huawei has yet to confirm the IP rating. That said, all three devices are super premium as far as the design goes. I will say without a doubt though, the new Samsungs do take the cake when it comes to premium in-hand fit and finish. What you can expect of the screens is AMOLED versus IPS, but the same fundamental resolution. Inside are also customized versions of Android 7. Huawei's is Motion UI 5, it's the newest version, and you can see two-tier pull-down tray from the top. You have no applications tray, although you can bring that back through the settings, but you have no kind of assistant, as it were. You'll get Alexa probably when this thing drops in the US, as you did with the Mate 9 out of the box. Huawei's kind of given up on doing their high voice own integration of a digital assistant. Samsung, however, has not. With the new Samsung S8 and S8 Plus, you get Bixby, which is an entire screen to the left-hand side. And while it hasn't rolled out in the UK yet, it's rolling out in the US and Korea now. It enables kind of purchasing of things through taking pictures of them with the camera. And you can do a whole load of other cool stuff. It reads your text messages and can identify your voice. So kind of creepy, kind of cool all at the same time. As far as the cameras go, like I said, 8 megapixel front camera on the S8 and the P10 range. The rear cameras are slightly different. You've got two sensors on the back of the P10. One is a high resolution 20 megapixel, one is a low resolution sensor, and they're f1.8 aperture. Thanks to those two sensors, you can do some cool background blur effects. The Samsung Galaxy S8's camera setup is much more traditional across both. They are identical f1.7 aperture lens cameras. They take 3 shots though and composite them into one to get sharper shots. That's what Samsung is saying makes its camera so unique. All the devices shoot 4K video, and again, they're just going to be really solid camera performers across the board. Both have optical image stabilization as well, which helps a great deal. Now, internal storage is 128GB on the P10 Plus, and it's expandable via micro SD card. Haven't had final storage confirmation on the Galaxy S8, but you can expect something premium, and it is also expandable. And battery capacities are only really the last point at which things are really different. The battery on the P10 Plus is 3,750 milliamps, whereas the S8 is 3,000 and the S8 Plus is 3,500. So we'd expect the P10 Plus with its slightly smaller display to last a fair bit longer than all of the Samsungs. They've all got USB Type-Cs, they've all got headphone jacks, and yeah, the infrared blaster sits atop the P10 Plus, which is another nice value add here. Guessing the P10 Plus will also be a fair bit less expensive too. But that has been a comparison between the brand new Samsung Galaxy S8 series and the Huawei P10 Plus. There is very little in it between the S8 and the S8 Plus, so we're bunching them in a lot more than we tend to with these devices. But hopefully you've enjoyed this video nonetheless. If you have, click that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. That's how you'll stay on top of everything we do. Thanks for watching B-Tech.